Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about how I learn languages. If you're anything like me, you grew up in a household where everyone spoke one language. For me, it was English. I'm from a regular American household, okay? No one speaks anything but English. How does anyone learn another language? Well, I'm here to tell you the tips that actually work, okay? Because I am a very impatient person. And if I'm going to learn a language, I have to see progress or else I'll quit. So if you're anything like me, these are the tips I can give you to learn a language quickly, naturally, and in a way that's actually entertaining and fun. The first thing I suggest you do is actually the easiest. Listen to about 2 or 3 movies in the language you want to learn. Simply listen. You don't have to understand anything, honestly. Write down the words you hear a lot. I mean, a lot. For example, those who are listening to English movies might hear the word the, it, that, these, those, what, who, where, why. They might hear those common words throughout the movie. Any sound that you hear over and over again, I want you to write it down. When I began learning Spanish, I watched a bunch of Spanish TV and movies. That way I could listen to what words I heard a lot. The words or phrases I heard over and over again were things like aquí, me encanta, no sé, things like that. I would Google what they mean. That way, when I heard them a lot, at least I was understanding something. You can also listen to music too. So, tip number 1, listen to any media, movies, music, TV shows that are in the desired language. Write down the words or phrases you hear over and over and over again. Then, try to look them up to the best of your ability. Watch movies with TV or subtitles to help you spell these words you keep hearing. Or if it's a song, you can look up the lyrics. The second method is a little unconventional. In order to speak a language properly, you have to develop a proper accent. Well, as many people speak English with an accent and it's no problem, a lot of other languages sound way better if you get the accent right. Learning a new language is learning a new culture, so you have to break away from what you're comfortable with, which is your native accent. But if you want to actually speak a language properly, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. You will sound and speak differently, and that's okay. Or maybe you'll find some new mannerisms when you're speaking a different language, okay? It's okay to kind of develop a new version of you. Explore how your voice sounds in a different language. For example, when I speak English, my voice is lower. This is how I've always sounded. But when I speak French or even Spanish, I notice my voice changes. Sometimes when I speak French or Spanish, my voice gets higher. For example, hello, my name is Miss B. Cuando hablo español es hola, me llamo Miss B. I notice a difference, right? Here's the thing too. You're gonna speak at a different speed and cadence. Just practice introducing yourself. Explore how your voice sounds. It helps you break free of discomfort. For example, many of my students come into my English class and they are scared of sounding like they're trying too hard. They're scared of changing their accent, but really to be best understood in a different language, you have to adopt the accent. And if it helps you, adopt a little bit of a new identity. My third method to you is to relax. Seriously? Relax. I studied French for 10 years before I was fluent, and let me tell you something very bizarre. When I was studying French, I would study long, I would study hard, and I would try to be perfect, especially with grammar and conjugation. And it made me absolutely hate studying another language, so don't do that. When I began teaching, I ran into plenty of French speakers, and therefore I practiced a little here and there every day. Within 1 year of simply listening to French often and somewhat practicing a little each day, I am now at a fluent level. So what's the difference between 9 years of intense studying and 1 year of real life speaking? The difference is I stopped trying so hard. The more you study, the more you stress, the more you worry and put a lot of emphasis on getting things perfect, the less likely you are to improve. Actually, the best thing you can do is listen consistently and make it fun for you. For example, if you like to cook, Look up recipes in English or watch cooking videos in English. If you like video games, watch English-speaking gamers to hear some new lingo you might end up thinking of the next time you play video games. If you're into hair or makeup, watch cosmetologists like hairstylists, makeup artists that speak your desired language. If you're interested in history, try to study podcasters or YouTubers that speak your desired language. Try to mix your interests with the language you're learning. That way you'll actually pay attention. Listen to things in other languages as if you were just simply interested in the way it sounds. The way you as a baby learned your mother language is by listening and looking at context. That's how our brains are meant to learn language. That's why I tell you to watch movies and have fun and let go, because when babies are learning a language, they're not studying books. They're just listening with curiosity. Go into learning a language with a curious spirit. By doing these 3 things, I was able to learn French, and now I'm also able to learn Spanish. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope these tips help you. Seriously, if I can learn a language coming from nowhere land USA in a town where there's really only English speakers, you can definitely do it too. And I hope this helped you, even just a little bit. Bye!